Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining me for this WNCT Now update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio. WNCT is providing you with live streamed updates every Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. to bring you the latest and up-to-date news before our nightly newscast. Many people here in the East and across the state of North Carolina are waiting for power to be restored after Isaias. The storm cut service to more than 50,000 customers. Utility companies are making progress, saying more than 80% of customers who lost service are now back online. Officials say thousands of workers are part of restoration efforts. They say the vast majority of impacted customers should have power back by the end of the day Thursday, while those impacted by more severe damage will have it restored by the end of day Friday. Officials want people to stay safe while they fix this problem, so they're asking people to report any outages and beware of downed power lines as they are potentially energized and dangerous. If you are using a generator, please make sure it is properly connected and fueled and in a well-ventilated outdoor area, because improper use of a generator could be life-threatening. Our Caroline Boyer will have more about those outages and restoration efforts coming up for you tonight at 5 and then later tonight on our evening broadcast at 10 and 11. The Trump administration is giving $35 million in housing grants to human trafficking survivors. The Justice Department says it will disperse the grants to 73 nonprofit organizations from 33 states, providing housing and services to the victims. The grants will allow the organizations to provide 6 to 24 months of transitional or short-term housing assistance. That includes rent, utilities, and security deposits. They will also be used to help victims find employment and receive job training and counseling. Raquel Martin out of our DC Bureau has more about what this grant will do and how people are feeling towards it.
Tuesday, White House advisor Ivanka Trump and Attorney General William Barr announced $35 million in grants to help victims of human trafficking find housing.
Survivors of human trafficking will be able to count on a safe place to stay.
I was dehumanized, raped, tortured.
Thank you.
Survivors and advocates like Cece Cyrus and Tanya Gold say the funds will provide a vital lifeline for many living in the shadows.
I remember thinking, I wish there was a place I could just go to just rest, learn about myself, and start over again.
The White House says the money will be spread across 73 organizations in 33 states and will be used to shelter survivors from 6 months to up to 2 years,
including rent, utilities.
But critics say there's still one big problem.
There are a lot of other sort of policies in place that are not victim-centered.
Yael Shacker is with Refugees International, one of several groups that boycotted the administration's human trafficking summit earlier this year. She says the president's immigration policies undermine efforts.
If they can't do it the legal way, if they're, they'll turn to smugglers. Smugglers can very quickly become traffickers.
The administration says on top of Tuesday's announcement, they're dedicating millions more to enhance prosecutions and help states and cities crack down on trafficking. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
All right, stay with us and we'll be right back with some more news after this short break.
Not in your side. Reporters are all across the East and in your neighborhood.
In Tarboro.
In Kinston.
In Greenville.
And Atlantic Beach.
Covering local stories that impact you.
The groundbreaking ceremony is the beginning of construction for Morehead City's 4th City Hall.
People from all over the state of North Carolina gathered at the Sycamore Hill Missionary Baptist Church.
Historic Turnage Theater in Washington helps the community celebrate art and culture.
See their original reporting weekdays on 9 on Your Side News.
Thanks so much for joining me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio, providing you with some late afternoon updates. A judge is not changing the bond for a woman charged in connection with the murder of a Craven County mother. Tarabia Parker is charged as an accessory to the June murder of Elizabeth Spencer. Parker had a bond hearing this morning asking a judge to lower her bond. Parker's brother, Leon Mitchell, is the main suspect in Spencer's death. He is being held without bond. Not on Your Side's Madison Forsey attended that court hearing this morning, and here is what happened.
Tyrabia Parker is charged in connection with Elizabeth Spencer's murder. Parker cried during a Craven County court hearing on Wednesday. Spencer's father and stepmother sat on the opposite side of the courtroom, staring straight ahead. Parker appeared in court seeking a bond reduction. Her attorney claims the only reason she's being charged is because the man accused of Spencer's murder is her brother. Prosecutors fired back, saying Parker is a danger to the public. They say their investigation led to a witness claiming Parker helped push Spencer's SUV into the Trent River after her murder. The judge ultimately ruled Parker's bond will remain set at $750,000 as the investigation is not complete. Parker will appear in court again in early September. For now in New Bern, Madison 4C, 9 on your side.
Governor Cooper is announcing the next step in the reopening phases of the state in just a little bit. Cooper will choose to either extend and continue phase 2, modify phase 2, or move on to phase 3. Phase 2, which was extended back in July, will expire by the end of the day this Friday. Stay tuned, and we will be live streaming that press conference right here at WNCT.com at 4 o'clock. That wraps up this WNCT Now late afternoon update. We have more news coming up for you tonight on our nightly broadcast at 5 and 6. Thank you so much for watching.